And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. MLB The Show brings you the Battle of the Beltway. It's the Baltimore Orioles and the Washington Nationals. Man, Singy, he was on a whole different level in his last game. What an effort.
Yeah, Boogie had that look in his eye from the jump. Really had the hitters guessing all day. So much confidence on the mound, and the stats back it up.
First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about ready for baseball. And starting in this one, Jake Irvin. What do we need to know here?
Yeah, his ERA last year was a little worse than average, so definitely be looking for better results this season. You know, one of the keys is just being able to have a consistent delivery and to be able to repeat that delivery so you can hit the spots that you want to hit and have a higher chance of being successful.
Ready to go? And into the box for Baltimore, Gunnar Henderson. Tap foul at the plate. This one in the air. DeYoung settles under this one. Hauls it in, and there's one away. All right, let's take a look at the Orioles lineup now. And a big factor for them in recent games, Cedric Mullins.
And Boog, he's a fun at bat to watch. I mean, definitely a threat whenever he's got that bat in his hands. But for me, it's all about the mechanics. They're so sound. And when he gets his foot down on time and starts his swing, so much consistency, that bat stays in the zone for a long time, and he squares up the baseball a lot.
Hit in the air, center field. Young gets under it and makes the grab. And there are two outs.
Batting third, right fielder, Colton Cowser.
And next for the Orioles, Colton Cowser. Good power, not great in the OBP department. That one the other way. Fair ball. Around first, heading for two. He's there. It's a two-out double.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position, Tyler O'Neill. The next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a miss.
0-1.
It's 0-1.
Well, you always want to come out in the first inning, try to put something up on the board. It's a big two-out double right there. See if the cleanup man can drive him in and put a tally up there on the board.
And he swings over the top there.
Well, that's that slope right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of break. So tough to get that barrel to.
Back to the mound. He's got it. On to first. And O'Neill is retired. Third out, and the Orioles leave one. Now it'll be Washington's turn. It's a scoreless ball game. Back after this on the show. Back in Washington, D.C. And on the hill today, Grayson Rodriguez. What do you have on him, Chris?
Well, he comes at hitters with a 5-pitch mix, so for him, it's always interesting to see how he utilizes those weapons. He may lean on 1 or 2 pitches depending on how things are going and how things are working, but if he can control 4 or even 5 of those offerings, look out, hitters. It's going to be a tough day. He's really going to be able to keep those guys off balance.
Mateo under it, makes the catch, and there's one gone. Let's take a look at our lineup. A really frustrating showing for them in their last game. Lots of traffic on the bases, but they left a ton of runners on base. Couldn't cash in their chances, Chris.
They had plenty of chances. There's nobody to blame it on but themselves offensively. They just did a poor job converting in those situations. You have to figure out what's your plan going to be. Maybe watch some tape from the last game make the adjustment. So if you get those opportunities in this one, you've got a much better chance of scoring some runs.
And a breaking ball misses outside.
1-1.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger. And
oh, this one high and deep, way back there. Up against the wall and brings it in. So nothing in the Washington half of the first. We're scoreless through an inning at Nationals Park on the show. Back here in Nationals Park, top of the second. Now at the plate, Gary Sanchez. In today's game, you look at exit velocity as a measure of process, and if guys are hitting the ball hard, eventually the results usually follow. Gary Sanchez, he is a guy that hits the ball hard. Irvin with some less than fantastic work on the hill lately. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Garrett, long run. And an automatic double as it hops the fence.
That ball exploded off his bat and off the warning track as well as it bounced over the fence. And it sounded really good, too. He just put together a really nice swing and just missed a home run.
So digging in, Cedric Mullins. And a sac bunt here. Barehand grab, the throw, got him! Nice play.
Man, he made that look easy, didn't he? I mean, there's nothing simple about that play, Boog, especially when you break it down. But right there, everything was done in one fluid motion to deliver a strike over to first just in time for the out. I tell you, I could watch that all day.
So the go-ahead run in scoring position. Here's Ryan Mountcastle. And that one fouled off.
Even the best pitchers of all time have had stretches where nothing was working for him on the mound. Maybe he needs to have his turn in the rotation skipped or something. Get his mind right to get back on track.
Makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Fell off to a great start. He's really cruising out there on the mound. He's got a chance to get through these first 2 innings with under 20 pitches. That could set him up to go deep into this game.
Here's Adley Rutschman. That's a hit. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in, but it's offline. And it's 1-0.
Comes through with the RBI. You'll often hear the phrase short to it, long through it, and that's a great example of it right there. Got the barrel in the hitting zone early, squared it up with the well-timed swing, and came away with a beautiful line drive into center field.
Now it's the second baseman, Jorge Mateo. Here's a guy who's been struggling so far this year. It's only late April, but still hoping he'll turn it around soon. And a base hit. And now first and second with 2 outs.
Up next for the Orioles, shortstop.
Here's the shortstop at the plate, Gunnar Henderson. He popped out his first time. On the ground. Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
Everything came together for him. Fielder got a piece of it, but the way that thing came off the bat, no surprise at all. He couldn't pick it cleanly. It's a very difficult play, and that swing definitely was deserving of a hit. Now the base is loaded. Big opportunity for them to break this game open.
Hit in the air out to center field. He's got it, and that's the 3rd out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 1-0. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's C.J. Abrams to hit.
C.J. Abrams.
Rodriguez back to work. On the ground to first, Mountcastle. He'll do it himself. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, second baseman, Luis Garcia.
And now it's Luis Garcia. Rodriguez goes 6 feet 5 inches, 25 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2018. On the ground, right side. Up now for Washington, James Wood. And a foul ball. Next offering is fouled back. Tying run is at first. Bottom half of inning number 2. Got him swinging.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Stone Garrett digging in for the Nationals. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. O'Neill going back on it. Gone! His second of the year, it's 2-1. 1 pitch, 1 swing, 1 home run.
Yeah, you can say that's efficiency right there. Didn't need much time in the box to make an impact. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Now it's Paul DeYoung up to the plate. That's in there. Kicks and deals. Base knock right field. And that extends the inning.
Batting ninth, catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And now it's Keibert Ruiz. And first offering is fouled off. To the right side, and that's a fair ball. It's in and out of his glove. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Yeah, don't need much damage here, just a base hit. Likely will score 2. And that one fouled off. Down the line, and it's foul. Up and in, and a count 1-2.
I don't like to say he wasted a pitch. I think that was a purpose pitch. Change the eye level, have him look up. Now go back.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And it's now a 2-1 ball game. Back here at the ballpark, coming off a tough series offensively, and a look at those numbers. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Wasting no time. He's 2 for 2 now on the night, and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. Here's Tyler O'Neill. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time. Swing and a foul back, and that's out of play. Turned on, but foul wide of third.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Cowser gets his lead at first with nobody out. And that one lifted in the air center field. And out number 1 on the grab. Here's Gary Sanchez. 1 for 1 with a double and a run scored.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the ground in the infield. Should be an inning-ending double play.
Rolled to short, possible 2 ball. Oh, a great flip. There's 1, and that's 2. 1 hit in the inning, but nothing more than that. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Nationals 2 and the Orioles 1. As we go to the last of the third, here's the center fielder, Jacob Young. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
Well, he looks fresh out there. Just needs to get a little more confidence and remember how good he's been in the past.
Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him.
Dominating strikeout there on just 3 pitches, and that's what a good power pitcher can do to you. If he's hitting his spots, filling up the strike zone, sometimes he bats over before it really begins.
Nathaniel Lowe up to hit. Yeah, that's fouled off. And that one pulled foul. Just missed.
Ball.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Fights that one away, still 1-2.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
And that skips into there. 1 out, base is empty. That one missing inside.
Ball. count.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Back-to-back strikeouts to start the frame, and that's now 3 in a row.
Yeah, he's really settling in and getting a feel for his pitches, throwing them where he wants to right now. So we'll see how long he can keep this streak going.
Abrams in the box here, lets that one go for a ball. Slapped hard the other way, but foul.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Around first and hustling for second. And that's a 2-bagger.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Man, that feels so good to shoot an absolute bolt the opposite way. Split the gap and know that you've got extra bases right off the bat. That's the kind of thing hitters dream about when they're falling asleep at night.
Here's the second baseman, Luis Garcia. Singled and scored his first time. That's a slider for a strike. Runner at second, 2 down here in the last half of the third. Ball 1 there.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ground ball, and that's just foul. And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. So a 2-out double, but they don't score. On to inning number 4. It's the Nationals 2 and the Orioles 1. The battle of the Beltway rolls on. Start of the 4th, and now the center fielder, Cedric Mullins. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. Drilled in the air out towards right center. He's got it, and there's 1 down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. 0 for 1 with a fly out to center. And that one is lifted in the air. Young under it. He makes the catch, and there's 2 down. Here's the catcher to hit, Adley Rutschman. RBI single his last time up.
Let's go, Nats.
And a foul ball. Ground ball up the middle, Garcia. Save! Fantastic effort, but that extends the inning.
Definitely a tough play right there, and he had a little trouble on the transfer. Didn't seem to be able to get the grip and get rid of it, and that made all the difference.
Two outs, runner at first. And stepping in is the speedy Jorge Mateo. Swing and a fly ball, well struck left field. Tracks it down for the out. And that is that. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 2-1. Bottom 4, now the left fielder, James Wood.
Left fielder, James Wood.
And The first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That one fouled off.
Let's go, DC.
See ya! Strikes him out for the second time today.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time a little anxious.
And now up for Washington, Stone Garrett. He's already homered here in this one. Outside, ball one. That's towards center. Mullins settles under it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two down.
Now batting, third baseman Paul DeYoung.
So up next, Paul DeYoung. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Just missed. Two down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Next offering is fouled back. Way out front for strike two.
1-2.
The 1-2. Inside, just missed.
That two-seam fastball is usually coupled with a slider away, and when a hitter's conscious of the pitch in, it's hard for him to cover middle away, and that's where a pitcher can really finish off that batter.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. 2 out, space is empty. Bounced up the middle. On the run, throw to first. Safe at first, and an infield single keeps the inning going.
Did a nice job getting there. Good throw, but very difficult to get anybody on that one as far as you had to go and throw. You know?
Yeah, no question. And here's the catcher, Keibert Ruiz. Doubled his first time up. Oh, he doesn't get the call. And it's 1-0. Hit in the air right field, and that one way back there, and that is way gone. He'll circle the bases, and they add a pair. It's 4-1.
That's a swing that'll boost the win probability for sure. Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
And now here's the Nationals leadoff man, Ahmed Rosario. 0 for 2 in this one. Right through there for a strike.
No balls, 1 strike.
And right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. That's the inning. Nats pick up a pair in the inning on this 2-run homer. It's now 4-1. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Irvin back to work. High fly ball out to center field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one away.
That's a really nice play, ranging back into the outfield for that catch. We all know those can be a little tricky, especially if the wind's swirling around out there.
So next to hit for Baltimore, Jordan Westberg. On the ground to third, and it's through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away. Stepping in, Colton Cowser. Out there to center, Young coming on. Makes the grab after a long run. And there's two away.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Whips it across, and O'Neill is retired. And that is that. And the Orioles leave one. And they trail it 4-1. The battle of the Beltway rolls on. Digging in, it's the speedy outfielder, Jacob Young. Hit on the ground to the right side. He takes it on his own, and that's the first out in the bottom of the fifth.
Up next for the Nationals, first baseman Nathaniel.
So digging in, Nathaniel Lowe. Lowe, a former Gold Glove winner, 29 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And that is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. And that is out of play. Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Drops in for a hit. Couldn't run it down. The throw into second, and that's a double.
Well, here we are, third time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. The manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
One out, runner at second. C.J. Abrams digging in for the Nationals.
Yeah.
And a strike on the outside edge.
0-1.
Low over at second, one down. Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's the 0-2. Fights it off, he'll see another. And the 0-2. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out.
Beat him inside on that last pitch, and when you look back at the pitch sequence on that strikeout, it's pretty interesting. Away, in, away, and then back in again. Really commanded both sides of the plate right there, and that makes it pretty tough to get comfortable in the box.
Now it's the second baseman, Luis Garcia, 1 for 2. And a strike.
0-1.
0-2 now as he swings through it.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
The 0-2. The other way. Quips it to Mountcastle, and that ends the inning. So one left for Washington, but they lead it 4-1. And we're back. Start of the sixth, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Gary Sanchez.
Let's go, Nats. Here we go, DC.
Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Garrett makes the grab, one pitch and one out.
Now batting center fielder Cedric Mullins.
So up next, Cedric Mullins. On the ground, right side. Handles, throws to first, and they get Mullins for the out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air, lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
And now the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. That one outside.
That's a ball.
Ball one. That one back up the middle, and it gets through. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting catcher Adley
Now the Orioles
Rutschman.
catcher, Adley Rutschman. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. Ruiz puts it away, and that is that. No runs, one hit, no errors, and a man left. 6, 7, 8 due in the bottom of the sixth. It's the Nationals 4 and the Orioles 1. The battle of the Beltway rolls on. Here's the left fielder, James Wood.
This kid picked up in a trade. A lot was offered and given to get him, but he's got a real high ceiling.
Swing and a miss. 0-1.
It's 0-1.
Tries
What
to
you
check
got?
his swing. Now a look to third. No swing. He held up. Clyde Washington with the call there. Rodriguez ready to fire now. That one ripped. That's back. Tattooed and gone. He made him pay for that one. It's 5-1.
Changeup up in the zone is a hitter's dream. It's a BP fastball, but you're playing in real time. Most times, the pitcher's asking for a new baseball, just like right there.
Next to hit for the Nats, Stone Garrett. He's already homered in this game. And first offering is fouled off. In the air, center field. Mullins settles under it. Hauls it in for the out. And there's one away.
Now batting third baseman
Paul DeYoung digging in for the Nationals. He's 2 for 2. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Mullins settles under it. Makes the catch for the out. And there's 2 away.
Now batting, the catcher, Keibert Ruiz.
And it's the catcher for the Nationals, Keibert Ruiz. He had a big swing back in the 4th, a 2-run homer, and that helped them get the lead.
And what a swing it was, Boog. Poetry in motion. And those are the type that you hardly feel when you connect with the baseball. Just so smooth, a great feeling off the bat.
And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. A little bit low.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact, so not getting the swings and misses and making that defense work behind it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Rutschman on to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Nationals able to add on thanks to the long ball. It's now a 5-1 ball game. Major League Baseball is on the show. Back in Washington, D.C., all set for the start of the inning. And into the box for Baltimore, Jorge Mateo. The Orioles in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. I need a good at-bat out of him right here.
Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And there's one down.
Up next for the Orioles, shortstop.
So digging in, Gunnar Henderson. 1 for 3. Hit pretty well in the air out to center. Young has a beat on it. 2 down.
Now batting, third baseman, Jordan Westberg.
2 down, base is empty. Jordan Westberg, the next to hit for the Orioles.
Let's go, DC.
And first offering is fouled off.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Fires across the diamond. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. Starting to run out of outs as they're unable to chip away. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Nationals 5 and the Orioles 1. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
Designated hitter, Ahmed Rosario.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone on plane for an extended period of time. And guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels because of that bat being on plane. And even when you don't get it great, it's still hit hard enough to dunk something in like that in front of the center fielder.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Shallow right field. And it falls. And now 2 aboard. Coming home. 1 run is in.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. He clearly didn't catch that one on the big part of the bat. Just kind of muscled it out there. And, you know, on the mound, it can be pretty frustrating for a pitcher. But you just kind of have to expect those to drop in there sometimes. Runner at third, nobody out.
Now the Orioles manager is out of the dugout, and he'll make a move to the pen.
Now pitching for
Tyler Wells gets handed the rock out of the pen.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
That one finds the zone. That's strike one.
No balls, one strike.
Runner at third, nobody out. Here at the bottom of the seventh. Here's a swing and a little roller up along first, and a foul ball. And he couldn't hold back. He's rung up on strikes.
Now batting.
Here's C.J. Abrams now.
This is the classic manufacturing a run situation. A runner at third, less than 2 outs, and a golden opportunity to bring him home.
And first offering is fouled off. Into center. And it drops in. In comes the run from third to add on. It's an RBI single, and it's now a 6-run lead. Luis Garcia digging in for the Nationals. That one's in there. 0-1.
0-1.
Abrams leads off first with one away. Foul ball there. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. Almost got him. Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Man at first, one away. Hit in the air, left field. Stretches out and hauls it in.
Now batting, left fielder, James Wood.
Up now for Washington, James Wood. That one ripped, but foul. Lifted in the air down the left side. O'Neill makes the grab. And that is that. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors, and 1 left. We look ahead to inning number 8. It's the Nationals 7 and the Orioles 1. Back here in a blowout, which gives us a chance to talk about just about anything.
Bro, don't get me fired.
All right, Singy, when you played, how much of a fashionista were you? Would you come to the ballpark dressed to the nines?
No,
Swings and blasts one deep to left center. That one hops against the fence. It's a double. 3rd hit of the night for him.
Now then, left fielder, Tyler O'Neill.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Jake Irvin out of the game, and he leaves with the lead after giving them some decent innings. We'll be back with a new pitcher in a moment. Number 68 takes over on the mound.
and he's done a great job keeping the ball in the park this year. The numbers stack up with some of the best in the game.
Tyler O'Neill, the next to hit. And first offering is fouled off.
If you're going to get something going, this is the time to do it. You get the leadoff man on. Everybody's got to look over the shoulder and say, I'm just going to keep the line moving. Don't try to do too much.
Man at second. Next offering popped in the air, right field. Puts it away for the out.
Now batting, the designated hitter, Gary Sanchez.
And here comes the power hitting catcher, Gary Sanchez. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. Swinging a foul straight back. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Fouled off left side. And 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. 1 out and a runner at second. Out towards left center. Wood makes the grab. 2 down.
Now batting, the center fielder, Cedric Mullins.
Next to hit, Cedric Mullins. 0 for 3 in this one.
Let's go, Nat. Come on. Let's go, Big Nat. All right.
This one in the air. Garcia sizes this one up, nabs it, and that'll do it. 1 left for the Orioles. They're down 7-1. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season. Wells back to work. First pitch swinging, and it's a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Now batting third baseman, Paul Skenes.
Now the third baseman, Paul DeYoung. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. Wells, in his fourth year, he features a four-seam fastball, a cutter, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. The run scores from first, extending their lead.
He was all over that one. Loud contact, leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And now the catcher comes up to him, Keibert Ruiz. And the first pitch misses for ball one. And another ball.
When the skipper calls down to the bullpen, he's expecting the guy to come in and get outs. So far, not getting what he was hoping for.
Comes up empty. That's strike two. No outs.
2-2.
Runner on second. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. And that's a foul ball. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Mullins settles under it. One down.
As good as he's seeing the ball out of the pitcher's hand, you cannot hang a breaking ball right there. Lucky it stayed in the ballpark.
Ahmed Rosario.
So a man aboard, Ahmed Rosario, digging in for the Nationals. That one finds the zone. Strike one. Swinging a foul out of play. And that is a good eye on a pitch down low. And that's ball one. DeYoung, the runner at second with one away. Fouls it off, still 1-2. Right through there, got him. Now two away.
Now batting
And now Jacob Young.
RBI knock for him last time. Now a chance to drive in another run.
Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Pop foul out of play off to the right. Ground ball right side. And foul ball. Runner at second, two down. Here the bottom half of the eighth inning. And that's outside. And a swing and a miss. And that'll keep more runs from coming in. Inning over. So they pick up a run on two hits. No errors and a man left. Ninth inning coming up. It's the Nationals 8 and the Orioles 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. All set to start the ninth in this one. And here's the first baseman, Ryan Mountcastle. That one missed. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Jackson Rutledge up and throwing. Hers also throwing. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Now batting, catcher, Adley Rutschman.
Adley Rutschman, the next to hit for the Orioles. Fastball is outside.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
That one hammered but pulled foul. Nobody out, runner at first. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Into center and a base hit. Just kind of sliced that one into center.
We don't see this a whole lot anymore where hitters with 2 strikes are willing to shorten up, tighten up, and try to hit the ball back up the middle other way. He was trying to hit that hole, I believe. Very good at bat with 2 strikes.
And the batter now, Jorge Mateo. And there's a foul ball. And now the 0-1. Ground ball left side. To Young. Over to second. Throw to first. Safe.
He's in there.
Shortstop, Gunnar Henderson.
2 on with 1 out. Here's the Orioles leadoff hitter, Gunnar Henderson. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. That's down. 1 hops off the wall. Coming home. He'll score. 2 runs are in.
Picks himself up a couple of ribbies. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he'll make a move to dip into the Nationals pen. Number 68 gives way, and he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. On to pitch now for the Nationals, Jose A. Ferrer.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Jordan Westburg, the next to hit for the Orioles. Swing and a ball popped in the air. And just foul. Ripped on a line. Young snags it for the second out.
Now batting, right fielder, Colton Cowser.
Orioles down to their final out. Colton Cowser will hit next. And first offering is fouled off. To the right side. Dives and he can't hang on. No throw and he reaches safely. So 2 outs with runners on the corners. Here's the Oriole cleanup hitter, Tyler O'Neill. And a weak ground ball to the left side. Throw to first. In time. Ball game. And the Nationals take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark, you're sleeping in your own bed, you're eating your clubhouse manager's food, everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.
8-3 the final in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.